It is time to get angry. Because, let's start from the top, shall we?
Cool.
First of all, I'd like to see a show of hands. Anyone in this room think that Nintendo had any chance of not messing this up? Please raise your hand. You thought that they weren't going to mess it up?
I thought they could have not messed it up.
Wow. You have faith, sir.
Yeah.
But they messed it up. Pre-orders went live. I think it was Monday night / Tuesday morning at 3:00 in the morning Eastern time at 2 retailers, and they were gone in 15 minutes. And that was in the U.S. That was from U.S. retailers. Why you would do that? I don't know. I'm not out of my mind bonkers. Like whatever team is in charge of this at Nintendo is. Then you get to about, I want to say, it was early afternoon, maybe like 1, 2 o'clock. And that's when we kind of thought like, all right, they're going to have more retailers get their pre-orders up for the SNES Classic. And they did. And my experience was I got one at Target. I refreshed the page just at the right time. It said pre-order. I said, great, pre-order. Go to cart. Go to checkout. Sign in. Wrong password. I know my password. You know why I know my password? Unless there's special restrictions on it, I use the same one everywhere I go. And there were no special restrictions, so someone told me, I think they did it on purpose. I'm inclined to agree with them because that took me about 15 minutes just trying to get Target to send me a link to reset my password, and by the time I got in there and I went to check out, it's like, oh, this item's gone. I'm sorry. Luckily, I got the backup. And we were actually able to get a pre-order. Hopefully, there's no issues. I kind of had someone else trying to do a pre-order. He doesn't want one for himself, but he was able to get me one. So
was it your brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Thought so. You have connections in the industry, you cheater. Some of us don't have those.
Well, okay, but this is why, even though, and I don't have any email confirmation as of yet, but he's never let me down before. Where it's coming from, though, they have let me down before, and to me, it's still enraging because it's like Nintendo. It's like, yes, this is a step in the right direction. You did pre-orders, you did good on those. The NES Classic, we were all waiting for, like, you're gonna do pre-orders? Can we pre-order this thing? Where can we pre-order it? And then I just thought, well, I'll just go to GameStop, 10 minutes before they open, and it'll be fine. And then I went to a GameStop, and they're like, oh no, we opened up 30 minutes early, and they're all gone. Why did you open up 30 minutes early? Well, because people were waiting outside. Yeah, that's what you do when people are waiting outside. You just open whenever they want you to. No, you stick to the clock. I would have been,
Well, that's what happened when I got Pokemon Sun. They were doing the midnight release, and the line was getting too long, so there's like, we're just going to start doing it now. Because they ran out of things. They went to the back of the store. And they were like, we get Pokemon trivia. Whoever gets it, brand new Pokemon cards. They look like they're original. Who wants free posters?
Brand new old Pokemon cards.
Exactly. And I was like, hey, we ran out of things to give them. Crap. Open the store.
Well, hopefully they didn't get in trouble for that. Some stores apparently have some leeway, and they can do certain things that they can bend certain rules, give certain promotions and the like. So Nintendo they went in the right direction, but they choked at the finish line. This 3 a.m. nonsense, what is up with that? Why in the world would you do that on a Tuesday morning when everyone is sleeping? Unless they're up watching live streams of like, what is it, Gamescom over in Germany that's going on right now?
You know, I was actually probably up.
Yeah, but you're gaming, you know?
Yeah. I also, I thought I had the email reminder set.
Oh, I had an email reminder. What, did you go through Amazon for that?
I had one on Amazon, and I had one on...
I had one on GameStop, too. Yeah, I had two. Didn't get a single email. And that's what happened with the NES Classic, too, through Amazon. I was like, I would like to get an email notification when this item is ready. No email notification.
Yeah, this is a sad time.
So, oh, and on top of that, this is where things get really shady. The GameStop.com website, because I have to say .com for you to know that it's a website. It crashed. It crashed. Air quotes here, because it went to a loading page saying GameStop.com's not available. But you can go to ThinkGeek.com.
Yep.
With a link to go to ThinkGeek. Guess what they had on ThinkGeek.com? We've got Super Nintendo Classics in a bundle, the cheapest of which is $150. Filled with items which are not worth near $70 to make up that difference. Okay, that's really shady. You don't bundle, and they've been doing this with Switches, and I think that's actually coming to a close because Switches are now actually starting to get to the point where they're getting, I wouldn't say easy to find, they're about medium difficulty to find. If you want one, you're going to get one fairly easily. And they're not doing the bundles for those anymore, but now they're doing it with these. And I want to say about a month ago, they did this with the NES Classics. Like when they've been out of production for months now. So you know something shady is going on when a company just, oh, what? We have NES Classics. Oh, and you have to buy a bunch of cheap swag along with it at drastically inflated prices. That's called gouging. I don't know if GameStop, you're familiar, GameStop and ThinkGeek, they're the same company. Yeah, that's what that's called, gouging. And I just hate the fact it's like, oh, we're sorry, our website's down. But you can go to our secondary website and spend pretty much twice as much. And that was for the cheapest one. I want to say that they went up well over $200. Because they had about 8 or 10 different bundles that you could buy with. So you had that fiasco. If I were Nintendo, I would say no. You do this, you're not getting any stock from us. We'll give your stock to Walmart. Because they can do that. They are the distributor. But they don't care. Let's just be honest. At this point, well, I really have very little faith. We keep getting the carrot dragged in front of us when it comes to this. Like they're like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna have a lot more in stock on launch day for this. And if you don't get one on launch day, I'm pretty much sure that you're not going to get one. That's basically what it's going to turn into. Because they have only said that they're going to make this through the end of the year. Well, if you don't get it in September, what's practically right around the corner? It's the holidays.
And you know you're not going to get that.
No.
Because all the people who do the thing where they buy a whole bunch of them and they sell them at like
drastically
stupid prices.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are going to get them. And I'm just going to be like, that's what I want to do.
What, you want to buy a bunch and sell them off?
I'm not going to lie. The thought has crossed my mind to like make a profit. Just be like, I could buy these and sell them at like 100, maybe 110.
Apparently, there's the program that people are using to like scoop all of these up online. It's some kind of bot program that costs like $120.
Oh, that's not worth it.
No, unless you use it for multiple items.
Yeah.
But it's still, I just, there's people like that. There's the shady practices of companies like GameStop. And then there's Nintendo that is just not giving enough pre-orders out for these, unless they were like, hey, if it turns out that Nintendo has given each of these stores, you know, somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, 20 pre-order units, and then they're going to have like 20 on launch day, I'll say good on you, because it's a lot more than what they did with the NES Classic. Because I don't care at this point. This has been so drummed up, it doesn't matter even if they make enough. There are going to be people that just go out and buy them to scalp them. But if Nintendo releases enough of them, and enough of them get purchased, and there's enough out there available, then the scalpers won't have their way. And they may be able to make $20 off of it. Which is what I hope is what happens. Because with the NES Classic, we saw, you know, massive online prices from scalpers. They dipped down a little bit when Nintendo got a little bit more supply out there, and then they scooped right back up into the stratosphere as soon as production was cut off. So it's just not a good situation at all.